So you want to purchase a multifamily home, but something keeps you back. One of the reasons why people do not invest in multifamily homes is because of the fear of tenants. Bear in mind that it is considered an investment buying a multifamily home purchase. Any investment you do will have some risk associated with it. I'm here today to tell you how to find the best tenants and how to expand your money. So, the best way of finding the best tenants for you is by word of mouth. Believe it or not, I believe this is the best way to find the best tenants. A lot of people choose brokers, but I look at it this way. If I was hiring someone for a job, most of the reasons why people hire someone that came recommended is because anyone can put anything on paper. That credit score that your broker is pushing you to look at, that doesn't really reflect on whether the person will keep your house clean, whether they will pay you on time, whether they will pay you at all. You can have a perfect credit score and then decide not to pay your rent anymore. So word of mouth, asking your closest friends, families, or co-workers, hey, do you know anyone that's looking for a 2 or 3 or 1 bedroom? I think this is the best way because you have more of an insight. You can actually pry and get an honest answer. For instance, you ask your coworker or your friend, hey, does this person smoke? Do they have pets? A lot of times people, like a job, going on a job interview, will present to you exactly what they want you to see so that they can get that job, right? So asking a close friend or family, they will give you the honest advice and feedback that's better than a broker could give you, because at the end of the day, the broker is bringing you a stranger. At least this way, through friends or family, you have a stranger coming, but you can verify their lifestyle a bit more. So the second way you can search out for a good tenant is through a broker. What they will do is do a lot of screenings, credit score, or sometimes they do a background check. Sometimes they'll go to extreme measures to try to find you that good tenant. So you can use a broker, but at the end of the day, the broker interest is money, and they cannot predict how a tenant will act later on. So that's why I revert back to the number one way of asking close friends or family. The second way you can find a pretty good tenant is by posting the apartment or house online yourself, whether it's means through Trulia or Zillow, Hotpads, Street Easy. You post exactly what you want, and you have the tenants come to you and you screen them. And you should ask all the tenants the same questions that's pertinent. Do you smoke? Do you have pets? Do you have kids? Your monthly income? You have them provide you pay stubs. If you're concerned about credit score, you can run the credit and do everything a broker will do. The only exception is you will save money because there's no broker fee involved. The third way kind of has to do with how you post it, but it's posted on websites that do programs. And I especially like programs such as a CityFeps or a Section 8. Now, despite the consensus that, hey, Section 8 has the worst kind of tenants, some of the cash people are not that great either. Some of them are not clean. Some of them are late, very late. So the good thing about a program, for instance, Section 8, is you get your money on time all the time. And this is the big plus of why I love programs. At the first of the month, direct deposit or check, it's there for you. You don't have to go knock on the tenant door. You don't have to wonder if they're going to pay you. It's also recession proof. So if you're concerned about, hey, I'm concerned about buying a multifamily because I don't want to get tenants that don't pay. If that's your major concern, get a program that deposits the money in your account on the 1st. This is also good because it will help you buy another property. You're able to prove some of that income that will boost your income and help you buy any additional properties. I believe Section 8 or other programs are the best type of tenants because they have a lot to lose. Someone who is paying cash can go to any other apartment and pay cash if you kick them out tomorrow. But someone on Section 8 or another sort of program would have a hard time finding another apartment. And this is why they tend to be more clean, more respectable, and overall just a great tenant. If it doesn't work out, you'll follow the same procedures as you would if someone was paying you cash and decide not to pay you rent. So, which brings me back to the number one way. I'm going to say this again, word of mouth, right? Another good thing about the programs, for instance, if you live in New York City, there's a program such as, and a lot of these programs give bonuses, City FEPs. So this program pays you a year up front. Now, which tenant do you know pays you year up front? Not too many. These programs will give a lot of incentives for people who take personals on programs. They'll also give you like a $5,000 bonus. If you do the math, 5,000 divided by 12, that's somewhere around 400 and maybe $70, right? So if you did that by a month, let's say you were charging $100 a month for an apartment, now you have $500+ a month, right? So you get more money. There's great incentives for choosing these people on programs. But what really encourages a tenant to be a good tenant is the type of lease you give them. You have to include everything in the lease. You want to include whether they can park in your parking space. You want to include whether there's smoking involved, if they're allowed to sublet, if they can have guests. All of this would more or less give that tenant guidelines on how to be a good tenant. So please be sure to subscribe to the channel, like the video. I know the other video qualities wasn't that good, but I really just want to push the content out because mortgage rates are at its lowest. So if you're considering investing, now is actually the best time to invest into properties. Don't let something like a tenant scare you away from creating wealth, okay? Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.